She married a wealthy man for safety, until the night she discovered he'd been killing every baby she carried, and she was next. The rain started suddenly that night, heavy, violent, hitting the windows like thousands of stones. Aisha Bello sat on the cold bedroom floor of Chief Oladimeji's mansion, blood on her hands, her breath shaking, her night dress soaked in tears and sweat. Chief kicked the bedroom door open.
Aisha,
he shouted. He crouched beside her and saw the blood pooling beneath her legs. She kept whispering,
"My baby, my baby."
Her voice cracked like broken glass. Chief lifted her into his arms and carried her out of the bedroom, calling the driver, shouting instructions to the house staff. The mansion was bright with lights, but somehow the place felt darker that night. He rushed her down the stairs, the rain pounding the roof, thunder shaking the walls. Inside the car, Aisha held her stomach and cried. Chief wrapped her with a blanket and said softly,
"You'll be fine, just breathe."
But something was off. His voice was calm. His eyes were dry. No panic, no fear, only control. They reached the private hospital he owned. Doctors were already waiting outside, as if someone had told them earlier. Aisha was placed on a stretcher. The hallway smelled of antiseptic and something metallic. They pushed her into a private room. Chief stayed at the door. The doctor, a tall, serious-looking man, nodded at him.
"We will handle it, sir."
The doctor closed the door. Aisha felt the words slipping away as they placed her on the bed. Her vision blurred. Her ears rang. But just before she faded completely, she heard one of the nurses whisper,
"Why does this keep happening? This is the third one."
Another nurse quickly hushed her. Aisha's eyes opened slightly.
"Third?"
she whispered weakly.
"But this is my first pregnancy."
The nurse froze. Her face drained of color. She stepped back immediately, pretending she didn't hear Aisha speak. Aisha wanted to ask more, but her strength left her and everything went dark. Hours later, she woke up in the hospital room with dim lights. The rain had stopped. The window was foggy. Chief was sitting beside her, hands folded, staring at the floor. She looked at him. His expression was unreadable. Aisha's voice trembled.
Where is my baby?"
Chief finally raised his head. His voice was soft.
"I am sorry, the pregnancy could not survive."
Aisha covered her face and cried. He held her gently, but even in the middle of her grief, something didn't sit well in her spirits. Why was the nurse talking about the third one? Why did they all look afraid when she entered? Why did Chief drive so fast, yet look so calm? She stayed in the hospital for 2 days. Every time Chief came, he brought food, flowers, expensive gifts, and comforting words. He looked like the perfect husband, the dream man every woman prayed for. But when he wasn't around, the nurses behaved strangely. They avoided eye contact. They whispered when she walked past. They stood still when Chief entered the ward. The next evening, Aisha walked slowly down the hallway to get fresh air. She heard voices in the doctor's office. Chief's voice.
"Don't ever let her see that fight."
His tone was sharp and cold. The doctor replied,
"Sir, we have kept everything locked, but you need to slow down. She's too young for this."
Chief cut him off.
"That is not your concern. Just do your job. Make sure nothing stays inside her. She must remain clean."
Aisha froze.
"Clean? Nothing inside her? What fight?"
Her knees grew weak. She rushed back to her room before anyone saw her. This wasn't normal. This wasn't how a grieving husband should sound. Something was happening around her, and she was the only one left in the dark. When Chief came in later that night, she pretended to be asleep. He stood by her bed for a long time, watching her. She felt his eyes on her face, her stomach, her fingers. Then she heard him whisper something softly, too soft to hear clearly, but one sentence pierced through.
"I must finish what I started."
Aisha's eyes snapped open, but she quickly closed them again before he noticed. Her heartbeat hammered against her ribs.
"Finish what? What exactly had he started?"
Later that night, Chief brought her back to the mansion. The house was quiet, too quiet. The maid stared at her with pity and fear mixed together. The driver avoided eye contact completely. That night, she couldn't sleep. Every small sound felt louder. The air felt heavy. Her instincts were screaming. Around 2 a.m., she left the room quietly and went to get water. As she reached the last step, she heard a sound coming from the forbidden room, the one she was never allowed to enter. A slow dragging sound, like something heavy being moved across the floor. Aisha's breath caught. She stepped closer. The door had a double lock, but tonight it was slightly open, just 1 inch. A dim red light glowed from inside. She pushed the door gently, only enough to peep. Her eyes widened. Chief was standing inside that room. He wasn't wearing his normal clothes. He was in a white wrapper tied around his waist. Sweat covered his body, and on the table in front of him lay a small wooden box. He opened it slowly. Aisha covered her mouth with both hands. Inside the box were strands of her hair, dried drops of blood, and an ultrasound photo, her ultrasound photo. Chief touched the photo and whispered,
"Your blood keeps me strong."
Aisha stepped back fast, hitting the wall. Her heart almost stopped. Her miscarriage was not accident. Her husband, the man she trusted, didn't lose her baby. He took it. She turned to run back, but something caught her eye, a shadow. Someone was standing in the corner of the hallway. It was one of the older housemates, Mama Shadi, the woman everyone said was slow and mentally unstable. She looked directly at Aisha, eyes wide, shaking her head slowly. She whispered one sentence in a trembling voice.
Don't sleep in that room tonight.